What's up guys, thank you for joining me. This video is something related to all the paper crafts that I've made. It's a kind of part 2 for all the paper crafts. And well, I wanted to do this video earlier, maybe like 5 or 6 months ago as well. But I thought of continuing and doing more of paper crafts so that I have more options and more content that I can actually give you guys. So I've received a lot of comments and queries as well on my emails and on the comment section as well, and they're having some problems with making the paper crafts. So let's get started with the tips that I have for you guys. I won't consider this first thing as a tip because it's something not actually that you should focus on, but you should have. It is patience. Patience is something really necessary when you're doing actually anything. But let me just be fixed and constant with the paper craft that I'm doing. And always whenever you're doing paper craft, you require patience. You require a lot of patience. And referring to the Etihad that I've recently made, I had to cut around 234 windows, I guess. That took all the patience out of me, I would say. But when you actually get the perfection and when you actually see how it's actually the finished product that you have, and it actually feels good. It feels like, okay, yes, all the hard work that I've put in, all of it has paid off today. So yeah, that's the first thing that I have for you guys, patience. Now coming back to the tips, proper tips that I have for you guys. First, the quality of the paper. The quality of the paper matters the most. Obviously, you're making a paper craft, why won't it matter? If you're going to use a 70 or 80 GSM paper that you have actually, that you get in the normal A4 size sheets that you actually do, I won't basically suggest you guys, if you want the model to be there, stay there properly in a good shape for a long time, I would never suggest you to use 70 to 80 GSM papers. I've made like 8 to 10 models as of now. And all of those models I've actually learned one thing: using a good quality paper is necessary. And I've used various qualities of paper. I've used a matte paper, I've used a glossy paper, I've used a normal 70 to 80 GSM papers as well. I've used 120 GSM papers, and finally I settled on using 180 GSM papers. Well, 180 GSM papers is what I would actually tell you guys to focus on, because this is neither too thick nor too thin. So if it's not really thin, it would last long. If it's thick, you won't be able to do the bending properly. You need to do the bending, obviously. So I would basically suggest you to use a 180 GSM paper that I have, that you usually get in the market easily. And 180 GSM paper, glossy, because obviously you need a shine on the outer parts of the airplane as well. So that's why I would actually suggest you to use a shiny, glossy, whatever you call it, 180 GSM paper. The second tip is particularly related to the Etihad A380 that I previously made. You can check out the video link here. And when you are doing this sort of paper craft, when you're actually cutting out the windows and everything, you need to have perfection, obviously, because if you go slightly beyond that, it will spoil the whole look. So how did I cut those small tiny little windows that you actually see? I have used a pen knife basically. This pen knife is really sharp, really good, and it gives me a good grip while I'm doing my work. It feels like a pen, that's why it's a pen knife. And you can go through the window properly and you can cut it out easily. If you're using a normal knife, I won't. You may be good at using it at times, but for using it on a paper, I would suggest you to use a pen knife. The third tip, the first mistake that I made when I did my Virgin Atlantic A340, that was the first paper craft that I made that had lights, that had the LEDs in them. And you might have noticed it if you saw the video properly, that whenever I switched on the lights, the light at the front gear part had a good glow, and it glowed internally as well. So it's just that part that's glowing internally, and that is looking really awkward. And I was figuring out a good way to not have a good glow internally. So the most important thing that you should actually focus on is coloring the back portion of the paper craft that will go inside with black color. Well, this will stop the internal reflections that you actually get through white paper. So you may not get the internal reflection, and you get the perfect lighting that you actually want for your aircraft. Now in Etihad, if we say, we have actually cut out the windows as well, so we need internal reflection as well. We need internal reflection to work, because if we don't have internal reflection, the black paper, the black color on the paper will absorb all the light, and there will be no lights coming out of the small window holes that we have made. So the video that you are actually seeing is the third attempt that I'm doing. It's the third attempt, yes. The first part, the cockpit area, basically I would say, that was the first attempt that I did, and I failed miserably because I wasn't getting a good reflection internally. And the second time I made, again the cockpit did not work, it tore out completely. So I had to again do the cockpit thing again. I have to start it all over again. And when I did it, I finally realized that I'm not getting again a good internal glow. So I was kind of really upset that why am I not able to do this. The thing that clicked basically was how can I get an internal glow with the black paints on. Using an aluminium foil, pasting an aluminium foil is something that I would suggest you. You can even see that this is giving a good glow even now. And I've done something here as well. You can see the windows that I've cut. I haven't put it on the windows. I've just put it on not on the windows and all the other areas, so that it's giving me a good reflection. So this is something that I would really tell you guys to do, because I've wasted a lot of time. I've wasted around 3 to 4 days in making the plane, and I failed. And when I realized it, and when I tried it, I was getting good reflection. So just try this. The fourth tip that I have for you guys, again coming back to Etihad Airways specifically, and any of the papercraft that you're actually gonna make with a LED circuit. So this is basically related to the circuit that we have made. While you make the circuit, you have to be really careful. You have to know all the components basically. You have to get to know that when and where it has to be put, so that you get a good circuit. And while you are putting it inside the aircraft, be very careful, otherwise the papercraft may just get tore off, because the circuit is quite heavy. Like the board that we use is quite heavy. And in Etihad Airways specifically, I've used the part number E2. When you see the templates, the part number E2 has a good width and a length, so that I can place the whole circuit into that part. And that's how I've used that center part, E2, and I've put it at the center of the aircraft, so that the weight is balanced from both the ends. So that is one tip that I have for you guys. You should be really careful with that as well. Now another thing that I would like to add in this is the battery. Where are you going to place the battery? I would suggest you that do not place the battery at the very beginning of the aircraft, or not even at the very end. I would suggest you to place it somewhere near the circuit. And you might have seen the video by now, and I have placed the battery on the bottom of the aircraft, and I've cut a small slit so that I can make the battery changes whenever I want to. If there is any kind of problem in the battery or in the switch as well, I've placed the switch as well somewhere at the back, so that I can make any changes there. I've cut a small slit there as well, so that I can make any changes if I want to change the switch if it's not working, or even the battery if it's dead. So be very careful while you're actually placing the battery and as well as the circuit. And I would suggest you to use as less number of LEDs as you can. So that's one tip that I have for you guys. Okay, so these are the 5 tips that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be making some more videos ahead when I go with my papercraft. And if I find something that is necessary and needs to be shared with you guys, I'll surely make one video on that. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon as well, and if you have any queries, do write it in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys with that. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Stay tuned for the new videos as well. Thank you so much.